Democrats and the media are now unloading all their nasty attacks on rising Trump White House star and new press secretary, Karoline Leavitt.
I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10.
The daytime television world was rocked by a shocking scandal as Joy Behar, the veteran co-host of The View, officially exited the show. Her departure came after a whirlwind of backlash, lawsuits, and social media chaos, leaving fans and critics alike in disbelief. Known for being outspoken and one of the longest-standing faces of the show, Behar's exit raises questions about what led to this dramatic turn of events. Packed with controversy, irony, and plenty of finger-pointing, the situation has set the gossip world ablaze. Now, the details behind her sudden departure are the hot topic everyone's talking about.
Speaking of Donald Trump, I was stunned and amazed by his new White House spokeswoman today. She's actually the youngest ever in that job.
It all began during a recent episode of The View, known for its heated debates. Joy Behar made a jaw-dropping comment while discussing Karoline Leavitt, the newly appointed White House press secretary under Donald Trump. Behar suggested that Leavitt only got the position because of her looks. That remark, which shocked both viewers and panelists, sparked outrage and set off a chain of controversy.
Karoline Leavitt, she's just 27 years old, but boy, was she giving it to the Trump haters in her first White House briefing.
Ouch, that wasn't just a low blow, it was a dive straight into deep controversy. Remember, Karoline Leavitt, at 27, became the youngest person ever to hold the role of White House press secretary. Despite her age, she has an impressive resume, having served as a former communications director for high-preparation Republican campaigns and working in Trump's first administration. But rather than acknowledging her qualifications, Behar reduced her to nothing more than her appearance. This comment didn't just ruffle a few feathers, it unleashed a full-blown firestorm. The backlash was immediate, with the studio audience audibly gasping. Even Behar's fellow co-hosts seemed uncomfortable. Alyssa Farah Griffin, a former Trump administration staffer, quickly clapped back, pointing out that it wasn't Leavitt's first job, just her first press briefing. But the live reaction was only the beginning. Social media exploded, with criticism pouring in from all sides of the political spectrum. Fans and critics alike slammed Behar for her hypocrisy, especially given her long history of championing feminism and women's empowerment. One user wrote, "If a Republican said anything remotely like that, they would be crucified." Another chimed in, "Joy Behar just proved once again that The View only supports women who think like them." The controversy sparked a wave of outrage that made the situation far bigger than just a simple comment.
Because she said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to you.
The drama didn't end there. Karoline Leavitt herself took action, filing a defamation lawsuit against Joy Behar for her malicious comments. In the legal complaint, Leavitt accused Behar of spreading false and harmful statements aimed at discrediting her. Instead of issuing a statement, Leavitt went straight for the jugular, seeking legal redress. The lawsuit wasn't just a bombshell, it was a direct hit to both Behar's credibility and ABC, the network behind The View, intensifying the controversy and escalating tensions.
Without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah.
Because women were not invited to that table.
Behind the scenes at ABC, chaos was reportedly unfolding. Executives scrambled to decide how to handle the situation. Should they issue a public apology, suspend Behar, or take the nuclear option and cut ties with her altogether? Staff members at The View were divided, with some defending Behar and others quietly acknowledging the situation had spiraled out of control. While Behar has been involved in past controversies, this time the stakes were much higher. The combination of the lawsuit and intense public backlash left ABC in a tight spot, forcing them to navigate a delicate and high-stakes situation.
Isn't it rich that The View is saying she got the job based on looks when DEI is all about based on looks?
As the drama unfolded, reports surfaced that ABC executives had been holding emergency meetings for days leading up to Behar's departure. Sources within the network revealed that executives were in full panic mode, worried the lawsuit could escalate into a massive reputational crisis. While The View has long been criticized for its polarizing content, this scandal was seen as uniquely damaging due to its legal ramifications. One insider described the atmosphere at ABC as tense and chaotic, with executives walking on eggshells. They were trying to balance their internal loyalty to Behar with the mounting external pressure to take action and address the situation.
No, it's not. So first of all, and I have had my objections to the job that Karine Jean-Pierre did, but she worked in politics for 21 years, 5 presidential campaigns, and worked in 2 administrations.
The fallout from Joy Behar's controversial remark wasn't confined to the executive level. It divided the View staff. Some were fiercely loyal to Behar, arguing that her comment, while inappropriate, didn't warrant such intense backlash. They believed it was an unfortunate lapse in judgment, not something that should have been met with severe consequences. On the other hand, some staffers felt Behar's comment about Karoline Leavitt crossed a line, especially for someone who has long championed women's achievements. One anonymous staffer told an outlet, "This isn't the first time Joy has put us in hot water, but this time it feels like there's no way to recover." This division created a toxic work environment with growing whispers about whether other co-hosts might also face fallout from the scandal. Amidst the tension, the question of ABC's potential liability in the lawsuit loomed large. Legal experts weighed in, debating whether Behar's remarks could be classified as defamation. Some argued that Leavitt's lawsuit had a solid foundation, particularly given the personal and specific nature of Behar's comment. Others suggested Leavitt might struggle to prove malice, a key requirement in defamation cases involving public figures. Regardless, the legal battle ahead looked complicated, with ABC potentially caught in the crossfire. One expert noted, even if the network tries to distance itself from Behar, the fact that they allowed the comment to air could make them partially responsible in the eyes of a jury.
Karoline Leavitt is the press secretary at the White House, doing a great job. Such a great job that the ladies of The View feel the green monster coming upon them.
Meanwhile, Karoline Leavitt hasn't shied away from the public spotlight following the controversy. In an exclusive interview with a conservative media outlet, she doubled down on her criticism of Joy Behar, calling the comment not only sexist but deeply unprofessional. Leavitt also took the opportunity to highlight her qualifications, listing her resume and accomplishments to emphasize that her appointment as press secretary was earned, not handed to her because of her appearance. This fueled further support from her backers, who praised her poise and her decision to stand up for herself against what they saw as a baseless attack. Then came the announcement that no one saw coming. ABC officially confirmed that Joy Behar was leaving The View. The timing of the announcement, just days after Leavitt filed her lawsuit, led many to speculate that Behar's departure was not entirely voluntary. The network's statement was vague, stating that Behar had decided to step away and wishing her the best. However, insiders claimed that ABC executives had effectively pushed her out in an effort to protect the show's future. While The View had weathered storms before, this particular scandal seemed like one too many to handle. Public reaction to Behar's exit has been a mixed bag, to say the least. Some people celebrated her departure, claiming it was about time she faced consequences for her controversial remarks. One fan commented, maybe they need to cancel ABC Network, that would fix all the problems, while another wrote, I can't understand why that particular show is still on the air or was ever aired to start with. On the other hand, longtime viewers of The View mourned the loss of one of the show's most outspoken voices, arguing that Behar's departure was the result of political pressure and that ABC caved to outside influences. Conservative commentators, meanwhile, saw this as a major victory, viewing it as a rare instance of accountability in what they perceive as a biased media environment.
They really don't like this woman. She's a good communicator. And so Joy Behar just offered her analysis on why Leavitt was picked for the role.
And let's not overlook the irony. Joy Behar has spent years positioning herself as a champion of women's rights and empowerment, often criticizing others for making dismissive comments about women, yet in a single moment, she managed to undermine everything she claimed to stand for. This hypocrisy hasn't gone unnoticed, with many pointing out that her remark about Leavitt was precisely the kind of behavior she spent her career railing against. So what does this mean for The View? The show now finds itself at a crossroads. Behar was one of its defining voices, and her absence leaves a significant void. ABC must carefully consider whether to replace her with another outspoken liberal voice, or try to balance the panel with a more conservative perspective. Either way, it's clear that the show faces an uphill battle to regain public trust and credibility. The challenge ahead is not just about filling her spot, but about restoring the show's reputation.
Dang, Rowan, I couldn't do that at 27. No nonsense, straight to the point, courage, detail.
Joy Behar's future remains uncertain. Will she fight the lawsuit to clear her name or fade from the spotlight, leaving behind a legacy as one of daytime television's most polarizing figures? Meanwhile, Karoline Leavitt's decision to sue Behar has raised her profile, but also thrust her into a media circuit. The legal battle could strengthen her cause, but it also risks backfiring, potentially distracting from her professional accomplishments and defining her by the controversy rather than her career.
But even factoring in that she's a nice-looking lady, I love that the Liv's attacks on conservatives right now are that we're hot and cool.
One thing's for sure, this drama is far from over. The fallout from Behar's exit and the ongoing lawsuit will likely dominate headlines for weeks, if not months. With public trust in mainstream media already at an all-time low, this controversy could very well be the tipping point for The View. Will the show recover, or is this the beginning of the end for one of television's most iconic talk shows? Did ABC make the right decision by letting Behar go, or was she unfairly pushed out? Can The View survive without one of its most infamous hosts? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for all the latest updates on this explosive scandal. The story's just getting started, so stay tuned for more twists, turns, and jaw-dropping revelations. See you next time.